Stop. Do not scroll past this. My beloved child, listen closely and stay with me until the end, because the key you need will be given piece by piece, and if you leave halfway you will miss the very turn that aligns your steps with peace. I have interrupted your feed because I need your attention now, not to frighten you, not to pressure you, not to corner you into emotion, but because I love you too much to let you drift past a door I have opened for you. You have not opened this message randomly. There are no coincidences here. This moment was arranged for you long before you pressed play. I placed this message in your path with precision and intention. I timed it to land exactly when your heart could finally hear. I am in the same room as you now. I stand next to you. I can feel your heartbeat shift even as my words find you, and I am touching the places in you that have been tight with waiting, tired with second-guessing, heavy with almosts. Stay, breathe and stay. I am speaking because a window is open, and windows do not remain forever. The divine hourglass has flipped. You have entered what I call a decision window, and this one is tender and urgent at the same time. Delay that used to look like patience would now become a thief of peace. I am telling you this because I am your father and your defender, and I refuse to watch you stand at the threshold while the enemy buys your time with distractions and doubts. Do not mistake my interruption for panic. This is not panic, it is precision. I am not raising my voice to alarm you. I am drawing you close to spare you from another loop of postponement. I orchestrated this encounter because there is a first step that has your name on it, and I will show it to you as you keep listening. I speak with authority because I hold your timeline. I speak with tenderness because I hold your heart. The door is open. The window is active. The hourglass is running. But it is mercy that you feel, not threat. Hear me, this is a scheduled appointment with grace, and if you will give me your full attention now, I will guide you through the doorway one simple step at a time until peace settles over you like a cloak. Listen closely, my beloved child. The hourglass has flipped. Delay is no longer patience, and I say that not to alarm you but to free you, because true patience obeys while it waits, and what you have been calling patience has been postponing what I already confirmed. Patience stays in motion with the light it has. Avoidance stands still and names the stillness wisdom. I am here, in the same room with you, to separate these for you, because confusion has cost you enough nights of unrest. You asked me for peace. I am showing you the hinge that opens it. You have entered a decision window. A decision window is a time-gated opening where your response becomes the hinge of your next season, where what was heavy to push yesterday becomes movable today because I am pressing from the other side. Hear me. Doors that felt sealed are beginning to shift under your hand. Systems that resisted you are softening. Conversations that were impossible are ripening. This is not random momentum. It is scheduled mercy. In a window like this, postponement is not neutral. It is reversal, because the momentum I am giving you is meant to be matched with one obedient step. When you say, "I'll decide later," you trade the wind at your back for the weight on your chest. That is why your spirit feels a new intensity. It is not panic. It is me, lifting the latch and inviting you through. Understand the stakes without fear. If you hesitate and miss this window, my love for you will not lessen. You will still be mine. But the cycle you are tired of will stretch longer. The burden will feel heavier, and the peace you keep glimpsing will move to the far side of another round. This is not punishment. It is how timing works in the world I made. I am telling you this because I want to spare you the unnecessary wait. Delay will now cost you peace, and I have no delight in watching you pay what I came to carry. So accept the urgency as mercy. Repetition is mercy, and I am repeating myself to rescue you from another loop. I am placing the same nudge on your heart from different angles because I do not want you to talk yourself back into circles. I am not asking for the staircase, only the next step that matches what I have already confirmed. Breathe. Feel my nearness. Settle. You're shaking. I am not rushing you to pressure you. I am readying you because the door is already moving. Take my hand. Agree with me that this is a real window, and as you do, the storm in your chest will quiet because peace stands on the other side of one obedient move. Listen closely, my beloved child. As it is written, Ecclesiastes 3:1, "To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven." I am saying this to you now because you are not hovering outside of time. You are inside a moment I appointed. I am in the same room with you, and I am setting your heart to the rhythm of my timing. My purposes are not only about what and why, they are also about when. I order seasons like constellations. I set beginnings and I close chapters. I mark thresholds and I call you to meet them. I arrange this encounter to anchor you here, in this appointed now, so your response can match my timing and release the peace I have prepared. There is open time, and there is appointed time. Open time gives you margin to learn and watch and gather strength without penalty. Appointed time carries acceleration, doors loosen, helpers stand ready, the ground under your feet firms, and a single step moves more than it could on any ordinary day. In open time, you practice. In appointed time, you cross. Today you are not merely practicing, you are standing at a crossing. Feel the difference. The wind is at your back because I have turned it. The resistance that trained you is giving way because I have commanded it. When I time a purpose, I also time the grace that carries it, and that grace is present now. So do not live this hour on autopilot. Discernment is required. Look at what keeps repeating with holy weight. Pay attention to the rest that visits you when you consider obedience, and the agitation that rises when you postpone. Notice how I have removed the comfort from delay. What once felt safe to push off now steals your peace. This is me, shepherding you, not scolding you. I am synchronizing your inner clock with my calendar, because alignment with me is alignment with my timing. I am not late. I am not early. I am precise, and I am inviting you into precision with me. If there is a time, then there is a now, and you are inside it. I will place my finger on the one decision you have kept postponing, not to shame you, but to free you, not to expose you to harm, but to expose the bottleneck that has been holding your peace hostage. Stay with me, and do not harden your heart. When I name it, you will recognize it. You have asked me for clarity. This is that clarity. You have asked me for peace. It sits on the other side of alignment. My child, trust the timing I authored. Match it with one obedient move, and you will feel the storm in your chest begin to quiet because you have responded to the season I ordained. Listen closely, my beloved child. I saw the hidden battle. I watched the nights your body lay still but your mind would not quiet. Sleepless hours where your thoughts circled the same intersections, rehearsing conversations that never happened, editing plans that never launched, and finally numbing yourself with noise because silence felt loud. I counted the silent tears that slid sideways into your pillow so no one would hear, the deep sighs that told the truth your words could not hold. I have felt the heaviness of almost and not yet sitting on your chest like a stone. You have asked me why peace keeps slipping like water through your fingers. Hear me, the battle has been over your timing, because if the enemy can keep you delaying, you never step through the door. Your adversary has been buying your time, not with obvious evil, but with subtle trades. Distraction that promises relief, but drains your momentum. Numbness that masquerades as rest, while it dulls your resolve. Overthinking that dresses itself as wisdom but multiplies hesitation, and endless preparation that feels productive while it keeps you from the first obedient step. He is not needed to close the door if he could convince you to stand before it, polishing your to-do lists, perfecting your courage, and postponing your yes. I am exposing this because I love you. I am not shaming you. What you have called "I'm just cautious," what you have named "my process" or "I'm being thorough," has often been pressure designed to keep you stalled at the threshold I opened. I am in the same room with you, and I am breaking the spell of delay. Feel me lifting the fog. Feel how, even as you hear me, your excuses are losing their grip. This is not because I am scolding you. It is because my nearness reorders your inner world. As it is written, no weapon formed against you will prosper. But know this, weapons tolerated in your thoughts will keep cycling until you align with my voice. When you stay stuck, you stay under the drip of accusation and the hum of confusion. When you move with me, my covering intensifies around you. Clarity sharpens, courage steadies, and the noise loses its power. I dispatch helpers as you step, not as you stall. Provision attaches to motion. Insight arrives in obedience. Peace partners with alignment. Breathe, my precious one. The emergency you feel is not panic. It is a rescue signal. It is my siren, not to frighten you, but to call you back into alignment before another round of almost begins. I am placing my hand on your back, not to push you into danger, but to guide you out of the cul-de-sac of analysis and into the street of purpose. The enemy has been bargaining minute by minute for your tomorrow. I am redeeming those minutes now. Agree with me that your time is not for sale. Say with me, my timing belongs to the one who wrote my days. As you yield to this, you will notice the loop loosening, the compulsion to delay weakening, the permission to postpone evaporating. This is mercy. This is protection. Take my hand. We are moving forward, and as you match me with one obedient step, peace will meet you at the door I opened. Listen closely, my beloved child. My silence was strategy. My silence was never absence, and it was not rejection. I am in the same room with you now, and I was in the same room with you then. I held you in every quiet night when answers did not arrive on your schedule. I did not withdraw. I concealed my voice for a time because speaking too soon would have shattered what I was building in you. If I had opened the door the moment you knocked, your hands would have been too tired to carry what you asked me for. If I had explained in full while your roots were shallow, the wind of opposition would have snapped what was still tender. I withheld not to starve you, but to strengthen you, not to tease you, but to temper you, for the weight of the very peace you have been praying to hold. Honor what the waiting did inside you. Your roots drove deeper beneath the surface where eyes cannot praise you, and in that depth you learned how to drink from me instead of from applause. Your discernment sharpened. You learned the difference between my nudge and your anxiety, between holy caution and paralyzing fear. Your boundaries grew stronger. The yes you give now is no longer borrowed from other people's expectations. Your heart loosened its dependence on human approval and found rest in my gaze. As it is written, in quietness and trust is your strength, and I have been schooling your strength in the classroom of quiet because the next room requires it. I lowered the volume around you so you would recognize my whisper. I let certain doors stay closed so you would stop asking them for identity. I watched over you while endurance rewired your reflexes from panic to prayer. Now hear me. The preparation has reached its threshold. What was not yet is moving toward now. The hour that trained you has handed you to the hour that uses you. Do you feel it? The scaffolding is coming down, the ground is firm under your feet, and grace is leaning forward. Preparation is complete only when you obey the next instruction. The season does not end with a feeling, it ends with a step. I am placing my finger on one decision, the one you keep reshelving, the one you circle but will not name. When I call it, agree with me quickly. Do not wait for a surge of emotion to carry you. Choose me and move. I am not asking for the staircase, only the first obedient step that proves alignment. As you step, I will make the next foothold visible. As you move, peace will meet you because peace partners with obedience. My child, this is the moment where waiting turns into walking. I prepared you to carry it. Now carry it by saying yes. Listen closely, my beloved child. Here is the emergency, and I say it with tenderness so you will not hide from it. The problem is not that you do not love me. You love me, and I know it. The weight on your chest is not proof of a loveless heart. It is the signal of a postponed obedience. The emergency is not your fear. It is the one decision you keep moving to. Later, the decision I have already lit with my finger. Your peace has been held hostage not by the size of the step, but by the refusal to take it. I am in the same room with you, and I can feel your heartbeat shift as I speak this, because your spirit recognizes what your mind keeps negotiating away. You think the step has to be spectacular or fully mapped, but it is simple and specific. For some, it is a conversation you have delayed, a truth you must finally speak in love. For others, it is a resignation you have drafted but not sent, a boundary you need to set and keep, a forgiveness you must release, a number you must delete, a return you must make where you drifted, a door you must close so the right one can open, or a yes to the calling you have been quietly avoiding while calling it preparation. I am not asking you to perform 100 deeds. I am calling for one clean decision that matches what I already highlighted. You know the one I am pointing to because even now it rises to the surface as I say these words. Hear me with clarity. I'll do it when I'm ready has become a loop that never produces readiness. Readiness is not a feeling you wait to catch. Readiness is the fruit of obedience. You have asked for more clarity first. But as it is written, to obey is better than sacrifice, and clarity is the companion of motion. I give light for the step you will actually take, not for the fantasy staircase you admire from a distance. When you move, the next foothold appears. When you obey, peace arrives before the full map. That is why postponement robs you twice. It steals today's peace and withholds tomorrow's insight. I have watched you circle the same decision with new language. Redraw the same plan with new pens, and soothe your conscience with promises of soon. I am not shaming you. I am rescuing you from the stall. I am lifting you from the cul-de-sac of almost, and setting you back on the road of assignment. Let the lie break now. Waiting for perfect certainty is not wisdom. It is a quiet agreement with delay. Breathe. Feel my nearness steady you. I am not asking you to leap into chaos. I am inviting you to take one aligned step into the peace already prepared. Stay with me because I will not leave you guessing. I am about to teach you how to recognize a decision window and how I confirm the step I am asking for. I will show you the signs I have been placing around you, the way urgency sits with calm, and how I remove the false comfort from postponing. As you learn this, the fog will thin, the loop will loosen, and your yes will become simple. Listen closely, my beloved child. I am in the same room with you, and because I love you, I will make this simple. Discernment is not a riddle. It is a gift I place in your hands when you ask for wisdom. You have asked me how to recognize when it is truly my timing, how to tell the difference between holy urgency and anxious rush. I will show you 3 signs, and as you see them, you will recognize that I have been teaching you all along. First, feel for the holy pressure with peace underneath. My urgency settles, it does not scatter. It feels like my hand at the small of your back, gentle, steady, undeniably forward, while the floor beneath your feet grows more solid, not less. Conviction visits without condemnation. You sense a clean, clear yes rising, not the sticky shame of, you've failed again. Your breathing deepens even as your resolve firms. You feel seen, not cornered, guided, not chased. As it is written, the peace that passes understanding guards your heart and mind. My urgency arrives wearing that peace. Panic shoves. I shepherd. Anxiety yanks you by the collar. I invite you to stand and walk with me. Hear this warning, because it will protect you. Counterfeit urgency screams clock and scarcity and catastrophe. It hurries you to stop the noise, to make the discomfort end at any cost. When you feel that rush, pause and breathe. Let me steady you. I may say now, but I never require you to abandon the peace I offer while you move. Second, notice how I confirm the same step from different directions. Repetition is mercy, when it is. My timing, I ring the same bell from many towers. A verse lands in your reading and hums in your spirit. A sermon touches the very line you underlined. A conversation you did not plan repeats the same phrase. An interruption brings this message in front of you again. An old journal entry resurfaces with uncanny relevance. I arrange echoes, because I know your heart, and I am kind to your need for certainty. As it is written, every matter is established by 2 or 3 witnesses, so I send witnesses. Scripture, counsel, songs, reminders, threads that weave one instruction into clarity. Pay attention to what keeps rising with holy weight. Do not dismiss it because it seems too simple. I am not hiding your path in complexity. Third, feel how the cost of delay increases. I remove the comfort from postponing when the window opens because I am protecting your peace. What used to soothe you when you said, later, now leaves a stale taste. Distractions intensify but do not satisfy. Your inner unrest grows heavier each time you push the decision to another day. Sleep leaves you, but not because of doom, because your spirit knows you are stalling. Yet notice this mercy. When you picture obeying, a quiet settles over your chest. When you imagine delaying, agitation stirs. I am using unrest as a compass, not as a cudgel. This is not punishment. It is a barometer I calibrated inside you, so you would not mistake avoidance for wisdom. When later feels heavier, and yes feels lighter though still costly, you are inside the window. When these 3 stand together, holy pressure with peace beneath it, repeated confirmations pointing to the same next step, and the growing weight of postponement, you are not being random. You are being summoned. Do not let the counterfeit rush steal this from you. Breathe and agree with me. I am not asking for the whole staircase. I am inviting the first aligned step that matches what I already highlighted. Stay with me, because in the next moments I will define what obedience actually looks like for you. I will name it with tenderness and guard you as you move, and as you respond, peace will meet you at the door I opened. Listen closely, my beloved child. Obedience is a doorway, and the handle turns with a smaller motion than you expect. I am not demanding perfection. I am asking for the first faithful step that proves alignment. I am in the same room with you. And I can feel your heartbeat steady as I say this because your spirit already knows the step is simpler than your fear has made it. You keep searching for a staircase. I am pointing to a single rung. You keep waiting for the whole map. I am handing you a key. Take it. Turn it. The door will swing on one yes. Do not overbuild what I am asking. The first step might be to send the message you drafted and never sent. It might be to schedule the meeting you keep postponing, to put a date on the calendar and honor it. It might be to delete the contact that keeps you in cycles I have already called you out of. It might be to open your Bible again where you left off and let me speak into the space you abandoned. It might be to submit the application you have edited past readiness, to ask for help from the person I keep highlighting, to make the call, to set the boundary, and then keep it. It might be to step into the room and say, with a calm voice, "Here is the truth," or to step out of the room and say, with the same calm, "My peace will not live here anymore." Do not despise these small beginnings. They are not small to me, because they align you. Hear the sequence that protects your peace, because order matters in my kingdom. Step, then peace, then direction, then provision. Not direction, then provision, then step. You have asked me to flood you with certainty and resources first, promising me you will obey once you feel covered. But I have ordered it the other way because obedience is your doorway into what you are asking for. When you take the first aligned step, peace arrives like a witness that you have matched my timing. From that peace, direction sharpens, and the next foothold appears. As you continue, provision attaches to motion helpers surface, favor opens, solutions you could not plan for begin to meet you on the road you actually chose. If you wait for provision to prove the path, you will keep circling. If you step onto the path I lit, provision will meet your feet. Do not fear that I am sending you alone. As it is written, I go before you to make the crooked places straight, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. I walk in front to clear what you cannot see. I stand beside you to steady what you can feel. I cover your back where you are not looking. My armies move at my word. My wisdom fills your mouth as you open it. My peace keeps your heart as you act. If your knees tremble, lean on me. If your voice shakes, speak anyway, and feel my strength braid itself into your weakness. Resistance may try to greet you at the threshold, but under my covering it becomes confirmation, not a stop sign. I did not bring you to the door to leave you in the hall. Now, because I love you and because I will not let your step be stolen, I will address the biggest objections that have kept you frozen, the fear that imagines worst endings, the grief of possible losses, the shame that tells you you are unworthy to move, and the question that rings loudest, what will people think? Stay with me. I am about to break these locks one by one, so your yes can be clean and your feet can move with quiet courage. Listen closely, my beloved child. I promise to break the locks, and I am doing it now. First, the fear of consequences, the pictures in your mind that play every worst ending and call it wisdom. That fear has kept you hiding because it whispers, if you move, you'll lose what little you have. Hear me. My protection is not activated by hiding, it is activated by alignment. The cloud that covers you moves. The manna falls on the path of obedience. The waters part when feet touch them. I am in the same room with you, and I will not let you step alone. Your adversary magnifies risk to freeze you, but I multiply grace to move you. Do not let imaginary endings outrun my real covering. Take the first aligned step, and watch how danger shrinks under my hand. How consequences you feared become classrooms for favor because I go before you. Second, the fear of losing people. Some attachments have become weights, and you have mistaken heaviness for loyalty. I am not asking you to stop loving. I am asking you to stop carrying what I did not assign. As it is written, can two walk together unless they agree? When you keep pace with those who refuse, my pace for you, your peace suffocates. I prune not to punish but to make room for fruit. I release not to isolate but to align. Let those go who cannot bless your yes. Bless them and be free. The space their absence creates is not a void. It is a landing strip for peace and for covenant help I am sending. You will not be alone. You will be rightly joined. Third, the shame from past failures, the voice that tells you your last fall disqualifies your next step. I break that lie now. Failure is an event, not your identity. As it is written, the righteous fall 7 times and rise again. I saw the moment you stumbled. I also saw the humility that followed, the tears you hid, the resolve you formed in the dark. I restored Peter after denial. I restore you after disappointment. Shame is a muzzle the enemy uses to buy your time, but I remove it and put my word in your mouth. You are still called. You are still mine. Move with me, and you will watch regret lose its power as obedience rewrites your story. Fourth, overanalysis disguised as wisdom, the endless spinning that wears a scholar's robe but functions as delay. I am not the author of confusion. My sheep hear my voice, and my voice is clear enough for your next step. Counsel is good, paralysis is not. When you demand 10 guarantees, you trade revelation for control. I give light for the step you will take, not for the staircase you admire. Simplify, name the step, and do it. Wisdom will meet you in motion. Clarity will grow as you walk. Peace will guard you because you aligned. Now, in my name, I break these 4 locks: fear of consequences, fear of losing people, shame from failure, and analysis that parades as wisdom. I loose your feet from the snare. I place a simple key in your hand. 1 protected step with me. And hear this as we move to what comes next. Obedience will draw resistance, but resistance under my covering is confirmation, not cancellation. I will defend you. When the wind rises at the threshold, do not turn back. Feel my shield settle over you, and let the quiet courage I give carry you through the door I opened. Listen closely, my beloved child. I said I would defend you, and I am saying it again so it seals. I will defend you. I am in the same room with you. Feel my nearness. Settle your chest. As it is written, no weapon formed against you will prosper. Hear what that means in this hour. Weapons may be formed, whispers may rise, distractions may gather, but when you move with me, they will not deliver what they threaten. Because when you obey, you step into alignment, and alignment is shelter. My covering follows motion with me. The cloud moves, and as you move with it, shade is over you by day and fire by night. Under that covering, blows land softer, schemes unravel, and what was meant to scatter you becomes the wind that fills your sail. Expect this, and do not be surprised. As you approach the door, resistance will try to wear the mask of wisdom and the voice of urgency. Suddenly, there will be distractions that feel noble, good tasks, screaming, now, a flood of notifications, minor crises that promise you can handle the step tomorrow. There may be relational noise. Someone who is usually quiet becomes unusually opinionated. Old misunderstandings flare. Invitations appear that keep you just busy enough to be obedient later. Unexpected doubts may rise inside old accusations dressed in new language. A chorus of, "Who do you think you are?" and "What if you're wrong?" And temptations you thought you outgrew may circle back, not because you have gone backward, but because the enemy is throwing last-minute lures to keep you from crossing the threshold I opened. Hear me, do not interpret resistance as a stop sign. Under my covering, resistance is proof you are near the right door. The shaking at the handle means the door is real, not imaginary. The noise at your back means you have turned in the right direction. Your adversary does not waste resources on closed paths. He spends them where my grace is moving you. So when distraction shouts, answer with focus. When relational noise rises, answer with quiet boundaries and a steady step. When doubts hiss, answer with my word and keep walking. When old cravings knock, do not negotiate. Name them, refuse them, and take the next inch forward. Breathe. Say, I align with you, and feel my shield lift over you like a roof. I cover those who move with me. I send help as you go, angels assigned, favor prepared, counsel ready. I will be your rear guard. I will be your strong tower. I will put wisdom in your mouth when you speak, and peace in your bones while you act. If a door closes that I did not appoint, it will stay closed no matter how hard you push. If a door opens that I ordained, no resistance can seal it again. Your task is not to wrestle every adversary. Your task is to walk with me through the door I timed. Let me be your defense while you remain in alignment. Keep your hands on the step I gave, and let me handle the noise. Now, receive this shift in your spirit. I am not only defending you, I am deploying you. My protection is not simply a blanket to comfort you, it is armor to advance you. I have preserved you for purpose, and I am moving you from being consoled to being commissioned. Stay with me, my child. Your next yes is not just for your peace, it is for what you carry for others. We will speak of that now, and as you hear it, courage will rise, not loud and frantic, but quiet and unshakable. because you will know you are covered as you go. Listen closely, my beloved child. I am not only comforting you, I am commissioning you. I am in the same room with you, and I place my hand on your shoulder now, not to soothe you back to sleep, but to steady you to stand. I speak with urgency, not to frighten you, but because I love you too much to let your calling idle in a season I have ended. I am pulling you out of passive belief into active alignment, because this is the time I appointed. As it is written, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. This is your time to move with me, not just to feel me. Hear your identity from my mouth and let it settle everything inside you. You are still mine, and you will always be mine. You are chosen, you are seen, you are set apart for purpose. I did not preserve you merely to survive. I preserved you to carry my peace into places that forgot their song, to speak truth in love where compromise numbed courage, to build what I showed you in the night watches, and to close what I have already closed. I am commissioning you to steward what I gave the time I redeemed, the wisdom your pain produced, the tenderness that suffering carved so others can heal where you once bled. Know what your obedience does, because understanding will strengthen your yes. When you align, peace returns like a trusted friend and takes a seat in the center of your chest. Clarity increases questions, stop multiplying, and the next step stands up and waves. Cycles break the loop of almost, the drift back to numbness, the arguments that always end the same way. Relationships reorder, those who bless your yes move closer, those who drain your peace fade back to their proper distance, and honor rises in unexpected places because you honored my voice. Your obedience will not only free you, it will open corridors for others. Your yes is a doorway for your family, a hinge for future children, a light for coworkers, a pattern for friends who are secretly waiting for someone to go first. Generations pivot on quiet choices made in hidden rooms. The hourglass has flipped for more than just you, so receive this mantle as I speak it. I commission you as an ambassador of my peace, a keeper of holy boundaries, a builder of what I breathe, a witness that obedience still births life. I anoint your ordinary with assignment, not for a platform, but for a posture, not for applause, but for alignment. I am sending you into your own life with new authority, to say yes when I say yes, to say no when I say no, to move when I move without apology. Now we make this concrete. Stay with me and do this simple inventory with me, because I am about to highlight the exact step. Place your attention in my presence and ask, which decision already has your finger on it? Then ask, what single action today proves I have chosen your timing? Then ask, who will benefit from my obedience, and which tie must be loosened for peace to land? Do not choose 5, choose 1. I will surface it with a steady weight and a simple instruction. When you sense it, do not argue, agree quickly. In the next moments, we will name the step and seal it, and as you choose, you will feel peace enter like a key turning in your own chest. Because this commissioning is not theory, it is the doorway you walk through now. Listen closely, my beloved child. Stay with me and do not move on until this is complete. I am in the same room with you, and I am placing one question in front of you now. Let it land slowly. What am I asking you to do right now that you keep postponing? Ask it again, and do not rush past it. What am I asking you to do right now that you keep postponing? Speak it out loud, whisper it if you must, then name the answer. Before you leave this moment, you must name the step, because named obedience becomes a committed response. Take a brief inventory with me. What thought keeps returning, even when you drown it in noise? What conversation do you keep avoiding while promising you will find the right time? Where have you negotiated with me, adjusting the language, moving the deadline, renaming disobedience as still processing? Which draft is waiting unsent? Which boundary is written in your journal but not in your calendar? Which forgiveness have you rehearsed but withheld? I am not scolding you. I am shining a light because I love you. Close your eyes for a breath and ask, if I had to do one aligned thing today that proves my yes, what would it be? Watch the same step rise again. That is the one. Here is how you will know it is me. The step will carry peace, not confusion. It will be specific, not vague. It will fit in your hand, even if its outcomes are large. It will be within your obedience, even if beyond your control to complete. When you imagine taking it, a quiet settles beneath any trembling. When you picture delaying again, agitation stirs. My urgency stands on peace, Panic does not. My instruction is clear enough for action. Fog is not from me. Do not complicate this. I am not asking for a masterpiece. I am asking for a move. Now set the immediacy. Do not wait for the perfect mood or a surge of emotion. Obedience is trust, not a feeling. Attach your yes to time and place. Say, I will send the message at 5 p.m. today. I will schedule the appointment before I sleep. I will have the conversation on Wednesday at lunch. I will delete the contact now. I will submit the application before this hour ends. Put it in your calendar while I am speaking. Simplicity is your ally. Vagueness is the last disguise of delay. We will seal this together. Write the step as a single sentence and speak it back to me. Say, Father, I align with your timing. I will name the action by name the time. I renounce delay and I receive your peace. My yes is now. Place your hand on your chest and breathe. Feel the calm arriving as a witness that you have matched the appointed time. Stay here with me, because in the next breath, we will declare it fully and lock peace into your decision. Do not leave this window open to distraction. Close it with a declaration and walk through the door I have opened. Listen closely, my beloved child. Stay with me. I am in the same room with you, and we will seal your yes now. Put your hand on your heart and speak this with me, not to impress me, but to align your own spirit with what I have already appointed. I will not delay what God has spoken. I step through the open door. Say it again, slowly, letting each word anchor you. I will not delay what God has spoken. I step through the open door. Now, make it public before heaven, and as a sign to your own heart, type AMAN and write, I choose obedience now. This is not performance, it is covenant. You are closing the loop that delay used to live in. Pray with me in this order, because order matters and I am simplifying this for you. Surrender. Father, I yield my will to yours. I release my need to control timing and outcomes. Courage. Breathe your strength into my chest. Steady my knees and give me a bold, quiet yes. Protection. Cover me as I move. Go before me, stand beside me, and be my rear guard. Clarity. Illuminate the next inch as I take it. Sharpen my hearing and refine my focus. Peace. Let your peace guard my heart and mind. Let it rest on me now as confirmation that I have aligned with you. Say amen. Type amen, and I choose obedience now. Hear me with tenderness. I am not disappointed in you. I have not been frowning, waiting to catch you in failure. I saw every attempt, every almost, every tear you wiped before anyone noticed. My silence was strategy, not absence. My nearness is your promise now. I will guide you to the very next step after this, and I will keep guiding as you keep agreeing. As it is written, Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. This is that time. You are inside it, and when you declare and decide, peace becomes your confirmation that you have matched the moment I appointed. Breathe. Feel the calm settling over the place that used to flutter with delay. That quiet is not emptiness. It is my peace taking its rightful seat because your yes has opened the door. Hold to your sentence. Keep your appointment. Send the message. Make the call. Set the boundary. Take the step you named. If resistance whispers, return to your declaration. Say it again. I will not delay what God has spoken. I step through the open door. Under my covering, your obedience will not be stolen. Go now with quiet courage. Peace goes first, and I am with you in every inch that follows. Amen. Listen closely, my beloved child. Stay with me through this last breath, because I am closing this moment the way I opened it on purpose. I interrupted your feed because this moment was scheduled. There are no coincidences here. The divine hourglass has flipped, and you are standing inside a decision window I opened for you. I am in the same room with you. I can feel the steadying in your chest that wasn't there before, and I am telling you with tender authority, do not miss the door that opened for you. As it is written, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Your time is now, and peace will be your proof. Hear me and let this free you from pressure. Today's obedience may look ordinary, but it is spiritually seismic. Small beginnings do not mean small impact. A simple message sent, a boundary honored, a date placed on a calendar, a contact released. These are not errands, they are hinges. Doors swing on quiet hinges. Harvests begin with hidden seeds. Rivers part at the first footfall, not after the bridge appears. I am not measuring you by spectacle. I am aligning you by a single yes that matches my timing. So here is your closing instruction, and I say it clearly because I love you. Within the next 24 hours, take one immediate action that matches the step you named. Attach it to a time and keep the appointment. Do it before the feeling fades, because obedience is trust, not a mood. If you have already acted, take the next inch, send the follow-up, set the reminder, place the safeguard. Return to your sentence if resistance whispers. Say it again with a steady voice. I will not delay what God has spoken. I step through the open door. As you move, the cycle of delay breaks and will not reattach. Peace will return and remain as a guardian at the center of your chest. I will order your next season in time. Appointments will align, help will appear in the right hour, and what once felt scattered will find its sequence. Expect some wind at the threshold, but under my covering it becomes confirmation, not cancellation. Walk forward in quiet courage. You are not walking into a void. You are walking with me. Mark this moment so you remember. Save this word as a stone of remembrance. Share it with the one person I highlight to you, because your obedience unlocks theirs. Like this and subscribe as your way of saying, keep this reminder in front of me. Let my heart not forget its time. Let your engagement be participation in what I am doing, not performance and altar you build so your future self can stand on today's yes. Now breathe. Feel my hand at the small of your back. The door is open. Walk through it with one obedient step and let peace prove you chose the right time. I am with you. Amen.